I'm Susan Ashbrook, and you are tuned in to EquineVIP. Four-time Grammy winner Lyle Lovett's commitment to the Make-A-Wish Foundation brings him to the National Reining Horse Association Celebrity Slide event this evening. There's a press event in a few minutes. We're going to run in and see if we can ask Lyle some questions for EquineVIP.
Come on in, gentlemen. Yes. Current champion until you get defeated again, right, Lyle?
Until he's
Lyle
deposed.
Lovett.
Did you know everyone's gunning for you?
Well,
You feel them looking over your shoulder?
you know, it's, no, I didn't know that.
Lyle, can you expand at all on home is where the horse is?
Oh gosh, you know that's a line from one of my new songs, "Natural Forces," and really that song it's literal and figurative in the case of what I was thinking about, because you know truly that's.
What are the words? I missed that.
Well, one of the lines in the song is "Home is where my horse is," and that's that's just true. But also I meant that in a way that home is where our responsibility is, and we're responsible for taking care of our home. It talks about that moment when you decide, well, this is who I am, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing about it. That's really the intent of that song.
Lyle's family has long been involved with owning and breeding race and performance horses at their ranch in Texas. We also love Lyle as an award-winning recording artist.
Congratulations to Action, our honorary coach with Lyle Lovett.
We just like to know how you got started riding, and just you're passionate. You're ideal equine VIP.
Oh gosh, my parents we always kept a horse or two on our place ever since I was a little boy, and so I used to get to ride with my dad growing up, and I think that's one thing that just really, I feel that every time that I get to come to one of these great events. I mean, it just reminds me so much of the wonderful time I used to have with my dad, and so that that makes it. I look around at a great horse show like this, and I just think to myself how much my dad would have enjoyed it, and so horses have always been a part of my life, and even though I didn't grow up going to horse shows, I really wasn't a horse show kid. We bred running quarter horses, and would come up to Oklahoma here to Remington Park. For the races, but since getting involved with the Reiners in 2001, I've just really come to appreciate how great the horses are, and of course the people who are involved in reining. My coach today is Tim McQuay, and he is amazing. He's one of the greatest in the history of reining, and he's also my real life trainer too. So I have several horses in training with the McQuays, and also participate with Todd Crawford as a trainer, mainly in the rein cow horse. But Todd, a mare of mine that Todd did really well on in the cow horse, he brings her to these reinings for me to ride in the non-pro classes. So then I work with a great young trainer named Robbie Boyce. The people are just terrific, and I have so much respect for their ability, their sensitivity with the horses. It makes them wonderful people to spend time with as well.
Well, I interviewed a horse wrangler that does horses in movies, and his name is Rex Peterson. And Viggo Morgenstern said that Rex taught him that sometimes you have to go slow to go fast. Yeah. And I think that horse people know that a lot of things that we learn in horses are things that we can learn and practice in our real lives.
So many. I've had that. Well, and from all of the horse trainers, I've learned that very same thing. There's the way how you learn to behave around your horse. How you learn to work with your horse. Are all great examples of how to work with people. I've had the good fortune of working with Bill Smith from Thermopolis, Wyoming for the last several years. He comes down once a year and helps us for about a week at home to start our yearlings, our long yearlings and 2-year-olds. And everything he says about working with a horse, you can apply directly getting along with people, and that's really, there's just so much wisdom. The wisdom is deep, and the experience of these great horse trainers is really just something to be around and to try to soak up as much as you can.
One last question. You are so busy. How do you find time? I mean, we all know that you have to have a lot of discipline to ride horses. How do you find time?
The fact is I don't get to ride as much as I should to compete, and I certainly don't get to ride as much as I like to. But every day when I'm home, when we're not on the road, I get to ride a horse, and I love to get to come up to North Texas and visit the McQuays, or come up to Oklahoma and visit Todd Crawford, and it's just something that every time you do it, it just makes you feel better, and so when I'm not doing it, I'm thinking about the next time I'm going to get to ride a horse.
Thank you so much, Lyle. We appreciate you being our equine VIP.
Thank you very much.